Hey guys, Cyber Dragon here. So I am sorry that this special is late. But this is my final week of school final 2 weeks. And I'm focusing on finals. But I'm finding time to record this for you guys. Especially because I also have a headache right now. But I'm gonna try my best to give you guys the special right now. So I also want to thank you guys for 600 subscribers. Now my question is, can we get to 1K before the end of the year? If we do, I am jazzed about that because, we barely started this, like only 4 months ago, I want to say. And in the next few months, we might actually get to 1K, like, before the end of the year. So this fucking year is going by fast, I just realized too. But yeah, so get hydrated. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with this video. So, Izuku Midoriya was born with a twin brother. And the parents, you might be wondering, is Enji Todoroki and Rei Todoroki. That's right. The brother Izuku was born with was Shoto Todoroki. They are born as twin brothers in this one. Deku with red hair and blue eyes, while Todoroki with his usual colored hair and eyes. And never hoping this dark will at least bring something fruitful. Yeah, okay, so yeah, there's not really much that changes for Todoroki in the main event of canon. And Deku, for that matter. In the first 4 years, I meant. You know, they have a pretty normal childhood considering they're the sons of Endeavor. I'm not sure 100% where some placements of events happen, like the Toya stuff and the Rei stuff, like when she was admitted to the hospital, specifically. So, but some people, I did look up this information a little bit into it. But yeah, so, but Deku and Todoroki's childhood is, as I said, normal, and they actually grow close to each other, being twin brothers and such. Now, you might be wondering, who was born first exactly to be considered the older brother? Well, I will say that would be I'm not actually sure, should say. They're just twins in general, so, like, it doesn't really matter. You guys can think what you want, so. But yeah, so it is roughly around the time when they should be getting their quirks, and Endeavor, curious on what their quirks will be, and hoping one of them will have a good quirk to surpass All Might with. So he brings them both to the Quirk Doctor. The Quirk Doctor, and they're calling out for Shoto and Izuku Todoroki. Yeah, Izuku's name's still Izuku. So, I don't see why not. But yeah. Shit, I actually forgot to look up something else, but whatever, that will come by later. And Deku and Todoroki are excited to see what their quirks are. They're like, where is Izuku and Shoto Todoroki? Like, oh, you two are two energetic boys, aren't you? Well, step right in and we'll take a look at your quirks, alright? Alright. And, yeah, they do. A few hours later, they're waiting for the results. Endeavor just wanted to speak up, like, so, what is my son's quirks exactly? Well, Mr. Endeavor, so your son's quirks are interesting. How so? Let's start with your son, Shoto. His quirk is half ice, half hot. Half cold, half hot. Meaning one side has fire while the other has ice. It is the perfect combination for a quirk to be. And Endeavor's grinning ear to ear, thinking like, finally, the perfect child. I can finally start to train him so he can be surpassing All Might. Alrighty then. What about the other one? Like, unfortunately, sir, your son Izuku's quirk seems to be still locked away. He may not unlock it anytime soon, or if ever. Izuku is devastated after hearing that news, and Endeavor thinks, well, I at least got the other child. The other one doesn't matter to me anymore. And yeah, so after that, they start heading home. Deku is really upset, and Todoroki is trying to cheer him up a bit. Until Deku starts asking this question. Dad, can I be a hero without my quirk? Endeavor just looks at him like, no, you useless child. Go with your other siblings. I'm needing Shoto now. So, Endeavor drags Shoto, which Deku is sad about, though he tried to run onto like, wait, Shoto! Which Endeavor just gives him a death stare, like, go now. And he was frozen in place after that. Deku was surprised to see his father like this. Yeah. Afterwards, he starts to hang out with his other siblings, Fumi, Natsuro, and Toya. Yeah, Toya, this was around when Toya was still around. Yeah. And Deku mostly hangs out with Toya the most. He does like Fumi and Natsuro, but yeah, so but he seems to have, he still loves all of his siblings, Toya the most right now. And Shoto is starting to get more cold and distant from Deku. Which anytime he talks to him, he's like, not now, Izuku. So I don't want to play or talk. Because Endeavor is training him relentlessly, of course. Endeavor being that. And yeah. So afterwards, some time passes. Toya starts to train on his quirk, kind of like in canon. And which, spoilers, probably should have said that. I did have to look up a majority of this information and have him help from the Discord, so. But yeah. So, this is the day when the fire erupts. I'm not sure 100% how the Toya died, but I'm gonna say it is like a burning building type deal at their house. Which, yeah. The fire starts, and Deku starts to wake up smelling smoke. Which he starts. Hold on. Sorry, I tried to check that noise was. I may try to cut that out, who knows, but still. Yeah, so Deku starts to cough profusely because, there's smoke everywhere. He's wondering what's going on. Then he starts to see the fire everywhere. he wakes up Shoto, because I will say they sleep in the same room, which Todoroki is now waking up and seeing the smoke. He's like, we have to get out of here and get everyone else out. Which, yeah. The fire is spreading out through the house fast. They get everyone else, try to wake up everyone else. Fumi, Natsuro, Ray, and Endeavor. But Deku went back in to find Toya. Again, I'm not 100% sure how this happened, so if I get this information wrong, please forgive me, but still, this is for plot. So, which, even Shoto went back to hell, but the house is really engulfed in flames. Endeavor now running back in there to get Shoto. Yeah. Now, Izuku and Shoto are still looking for Toya. They're calling out his name. They can't find him. But suddenly, a wooden beam above them falls, hitting Deku. Shoto is trying to lift it up, but he's already weakened from this experience. The amount of smoke and such. And Deku is, well, unconscious at the moment. So Endeavor finally arrives and grabs Shoto and leaves Izuku behind. But before Endeavor fully leaves, Izuku finally woke up, getting some consciousness back, seeing Todoroki and Endeavor running out the building. He thinks, you fucking traitor. I will get my goddamn revenge on you both if that's the last thing I do. And, yeah, the house starts to be engulfed more in flames, including him. Deku died in the house afterwards. Along, quote, Toya died too. They think, of course, but still, we all know he didn't. Zuko, on the other hand, did. Which, yeah. Which he was sent to hell afterwards. Deku is now surrounded by fire in the pits of hell. A lot of emotions are mixing in. So, some fear, sadness of the loss of his life and his family, rage from the betrayal of Endeavor and Shoto, and so with all these mixed emotions, he starts to blame people. He's starting to blame Todoroki as Shoto. He started to blame Endeavor, and he's getting pissed. He's gripping his fist like, I will get my damn revenge as of the last thing I do. And this is when his quirk starts to awaken. Since he's in hell now, his quirk is getting awakened, and after a traumatic experience like that, yeah, he's starting to awaken his quirk. His hair starts to turn from his red to all black, and his eyes are white. Now, he is reborn as a hellspawn and getting energy from hell itself, or the Netherrealm, which, after he stands up, he's engulfed in rage and fire. And yeah, then he looks down at his hands, like, so, time, seems like my quirk finally awoken. Who can't be a hero now? Inji Todoroki. Yeah, he has renounced his last name now, and renounced Endeavor as his father. He cares about his mother still, Ray, and his siblings. But yeah, after that, he starts to begin training in the Netherrealm. He realizes he has more than just simple fire. he can bring out swords and a kunai from his palm of his hand. Not only that, there's demons that follow his commands. And his fire is more intense than his father's, he realizes. But yeah, so he does this for about a year or two, I will say. Training in hell. Self-teaching himself how to control his quirk and what all his quirk can do. He's ready to go back to the mortal realm. And anytime he does die outside of hell, he will return back to hell, but with a small Zenkai boost. So he will get stronger every time he dies. So yeah. So Deku opens up a portal back to his realm, Earth, or Japan specifically, which he emerged out from the forest. He's looking around and, I did not, where am I exactly? I don't know how to control the teleportation aspect, but still. But yeah. So now he is looking for shelter, since ever he's back home. And if you're wondering, does he need to eat? Not when he's in hell. He gets the bare minimum whenever he's in there, because he gets the energy of hell in him. But when he's in the human world, the living world, he needs to eat, drink, sleep. So this man never really took a break when he stopped, training down in hell. And yeah, he did everything he could. He trained his body, his quirk, and his mind. He's pretty smart. So he's, I would say, 6 to 7 years old. And he starts to live in the forest till he's like, I would say, 10. Yeah, I think 10 is a good number. That age. Yeah. There's been some sightings of... Actually, we're going to the Hero Society. There has been some... News has spread that there has been sightings of a kid, a man perhaps, who has fire and trained with weapons. Anyone who goes nearby him, they think they will get hurt by him, because he gulps the area in flames before they can get to him. This does reach the UA. So Nezu devised a plan to find this kid and bring him back home, or bring him back to wherever he's run. They think that he's just a missing kid who ran away or something, or left in a forest. So they call some pro heroes. They don't call Endeavor because I'm going to say convenience. He's too busy. They do call Mirako though, the rabbit hero. Ryuku as well. And I'll say some other heroes that could help with the situation. Sorry, but yeah, but the major two is just Ryuku and Mirako. Fuck. Okay, hold on. There we go. But yeah, so after that, they go into the forest. They also enlist the help of the Wild Pussycats, because, this is nearby their forest, and they're worried that if this kid catches the forest on fire, then it might spread to their place of the training camp area. So it's mostly due to the fact of safety they're worried about. Yeah. After a while, I will say, they see, burned footprint marks. Mirako I think it is a good tracker. I'm not sure, because she's part rabbit, so, and her quirk. But, yeah, so, she said, it looks like he went from this way. Let's go. And yeah, I do know Ryuko and Mirako are good friends, apparently, so, like, in canon, so I will make them, like, friends in this, too. Let's go, Ryuko. Like, yep, let's go. Alright, lead the way. And so, Mirako leads the way to where they need to go. Which, when they go to the area where they found the footprints, they see a cave. And so, they start looking around, seeing they can find the kid, apparently. And Mirako, with her sharp hearing, hears something flying towards them. Mirako jumps towards Ryuko and pushes it down, like saying, "Look out!" And as soon as she pushes her out of the way, the kunai hits a tree that was behind them. They look with the direction where the kunai came from, and they see Deku. He calls back the kunai, and like, "What are you doing here in my home?" Like, "Kid, what are you doing here?" Saying, "Where did you get that weapon?" Like, "Answer my question first." Like, "We came here to bring you back home." Like, "I have no damn home with that bastard." And he uses fire to teleport nearby them. He is in his fighting stance. And he's not an expert at anything, like fighting-wise. He knows how to throw a good damn punch and kicks, but not, like, a style of sorts. So, but he's still hella strong. Because he's been training in the forest as well, practicing his hunting skills with his kunai. And yeah, so... And there were some pro heroes that followed with Mirako and Ryuko, and... So... They're like, "Kid, so we're not gonna fight you. Now come along with us or else." Like, "Or else what? Are you all just scared to fight?" And I will say one of the heroes are like cocky as hell and like just runs up to him and try to punch him now. Like, "We warned you, kid." He sends a punch, but Deku dodges it. And the hero is surprised. After that, Deku guts punch him and send him to make him go on his knees afterwards. "Kid, what kind of quirk do you have?" Like, so is it a strength enhancer or something? Like, "No." And he just kicks him over the head, knocking him out. After that, some of the heroes gets in their fighting positions, but before anything, Deku pulls out the 2 swords he has on his back. And also he can just call upon them and points one of them at the unconscious hero, like, "Take a step and he'll get it." They stop for a moment, and so Mirako is the first one to step out, like, "Okay, kid, sir, come on, calm down. Sir, what's the problem? Why do you know you don't have to go back home, okay? So, but we do need you to come with us and don't hurt him." It's like, "Why should I trust you? I can't even trust my own damn family. And why should I trust a complete stranger like you?" Which they surprised by hearing that. And see, since Deku is like 10 years old, and I know Mirako and Canon are like 26, so this is roughly around the time when they are like out of UA, basically, like out of school in general, like 3 years later after that. So Mirako has some good reputation under her name. "You can trust me as my name, the rabbit hero, Mirako. So, now, please calm down, kid." So, Which Deku just points his sword at her, like, what about you make me? If you win in the fight, I will just come quietly afterward. But if not, if I beat you, I said you leave me alone and let me be on my own business. Mirko with a grin, and she's thinking, this kid reminds me a little bit of me. And no, this is not the ship. This is something else. I did ask the Discord about this a while back, so I thought this would be a fun idea to do. I still don't know how to do it per se, but I've been thinking about that for a while, so yeah. Alright, so the other heroes back off, and Ryuko makes sure they do, because if not, they don't know what could happen, especially because this kid already knocked out a hero with barely using barely using his quirk, apparently. Or even actually doing anything, really. So yeah. Ryuko and Deku now starts to fight. Deku is, I won't say losing badly, because he is self-taught, but he doesn't have any actual martial arts training, unlike Mirko, who is a seasoned veteran of fighting, and who's actually a good martial arts student. So, yeah. So she has the advantage of skill, but Deku has the advantage of power, which, without actual skill, there's not actual good way to do that. So, I'll say after a while, Deku is beaten pretty badly and bleeding heavily, while Mirko, while not hurt, really, she is tired, and yeah, she thinks this kid has a lot of stamina, but I can sense he's very angry at something. No, at someone's. Which Deku came in charging with blinding rage after how long this is taking. Just not thinking clearly, which Mirko took this opportunity, knocking him out. The other heroes restrained him with quick canceling devices on him, which Mirko is thinking, this kid doesn't want to go back home so badly that he would fight many heroes? Why? Yeah, after a while, Mirko, Ryuko, and the others return back to the city and go to the police station to turn him in. But Mirko and Ryuko stayed behind to make sure Deku doesn't do anything foolish, and they even got Nezu to come there. After a while, Deku woke up, looking around his surroundings, wondering the hell he's at. So, seeing that his hands are tied behind his back currently. Where the hell am I? So, who are you? Three. Nezu is the first one to step up to talk. Hello, I am Principal Nezu. My name is Principal of UA. So, and I came here to ask you some questions. Like, go to hell. And Mirko is the first one to step up. Kid, sir, I like your spunk and attitude, but sir, there's a time and place for that. So, can you please answer some simple questions, if you don't mind? Deku, some reason, feels like he can trust her. And he starts to settle down and then says, alright, ask away, you fucking rat. Hurtful, but why were you in the forest? Exactly. And for how long? I've been in the forest for about 4 years. So, that, I'm not going to tell you where, but, and reason why I was in the forest, to train and to survive. which there's about 4 years by himself. Like, how old are you exactly? How old do you think I am? It seems that you're close to being 13, maybe 14? Like, wrong. I'm only 10 years old. Which, that shocked everyone. Like, at 10 years old, he has this much strength? So, kid, how are you this strong at only 10 years old? So, I train basically every day. Not even a day to rest properly. So I hunt and stuff for survival. Which, Miyako, she starts to feel bad for this kid now. And she doesn't know why. If some of you guys can already get the hint where this is going, I'm proud, but until the rest, I will, continue. And Nezu then ask, okay, but, sir, where are your parents exactly? Were you abandoned or something? Not exactly, but I felt abandoned after what I went through. And so, Nezu then asks, okay, then do you know who who your father is or your family exactly? And he clenches his fist real tight, so tight that blood starts coming out of his palms, and he jumps forward and saying, I have no damn family. Not with that bastard anyways. Which really shocked everyone. Mentioning that his old family actually triggers him quite a bit, apparently. Which they got the hint of not doing that. But yeah, after that, some of them got the idea like maybe his family abandoned him or something, or did something bad to him to make him run away. Which Nezu then speaks up. Alrighty then. So, we'll leave you be for a moment. So, and Deku sits back down. Starts sitting in the chair. So, all of them leaves the room after that. Nezu then starts to talk to all three of them. Oh, and by the way, I'm just going to retcon what I said earlier about his quirk. This is not his quirk, actually. This is more the power of the Netherrealm, fueling what his quirk could have been, if he did not die. So, technically, this is an outside power source, not an actual quirk itself. Although he can use different colored flames, they can't cancel out his regular flames. Just different flames they can cancel out with the quirk canceling device like that. But yeah, so after that, Nezu talked to both of them. Now, I'm starting to get some patterns there. If we only know who his father was, or his family, then maybe we could see what happened. And maybe even solve some things for them. Which Riku then speaks up saying, I do agree, might want to figure out his father, but what do we do about him now? He doesn't want to go back to his family, so do we put him in foster care, or is he doing some kind of watch under someone? Then Miyako speaks up. I'll watch the kid, if you don't mind. I'll even adopt him if I have to. Which really surprised Miyuki. Like, really? You of all people? No offense, but you're not exactly the most chilled person I know. Which Miyako says, hey, but seriously, I think I'm the only one who can get this kid. I have a sense that he has anger issues, and I think I can help him out with that. Not to mention, the kid got some real talent, and I want to help him nurture that. If he doesn't get nurtured now, and after years later, he may even become a villain if we don't try to nurture him to be a hero of sorts. Or worse, perhaps he may even kill thousands of people. Which, they do agree to this statement. Alright. You may want to ask him first before you adopt him. So get to know him before anything. So, but for now, he'll be staying here. With Miyako nods in agreement. And she is given special permission to only visit Izuku. Anyone else, they would have to have her with them. Which, after that, Miyako is the only one who came back into the room. Which Deku looks up like, oh, it's you. Hey there, kid. So, I do have some questions to ask. What is it? First, what is your name? Think Izuku. No last name, so they already knew that he had a rough past, but even pronouncing his last name, that is really bad then. Alrighty, Izuku. So, tell me a little about yourself. Which, Izuku is hesitant, but he thinks he can trust her. Not only that, but he has some kind of, I guess, kinship, you might say. Because he can tell that she can get mad easily, like him. He starts to talk to her. And this goes over the course about a year, I will say. After a year, he's now 11. Which, over the time, they even starts to test him on some stuff. His actual quirk, his intelligence, and personality. They already know his personality is basically dog shit, so, because he's angry a lot of times, and he hardly has any chill. But his overall quirk is quite impressive. He can actually make really hot ass fire, which Deku did ask him not to evolve Endeavor. Miyako asked him not to involve Endeavor because she wants to train her to at least help control his quirk more. But yeah, after that, he was also even given a test of his IQ, which was actually not bad. For not being in school for the majority of his life, he's actually pretty smart. But he still doesn't know a lot of things. So they even start to teach him. Mostly homeschooling him, and Miyako is the one to normally teach him. But when it comes to more difficult stuff, Nezu is the one who is brought on to teach. And over this time, Deku's actually got to really like Miyako, Ryuko, and Nezu. Now we go to the time that I said. So, Nezu, Miyako, and Ryuko starts to talk. Nezu starts it off by saying, "Now, I think it's about time you ask Miyako if you can adopt him. You basically already are seen as a mother role to him, if anything." So, yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to push him to see me as someone to just adopt him adopt him and seen as someone to abuse him or use him, perhaps. Ryuko then chimes in like, "Ryuko, I know you are nervous that he may reject you, but still, he trusts you the most, and I don't know, he might see you as a mother figure at this point." Ryuko sighs and defeats and saying, "Fine, I'll give it a shot." So, and if he says yes, will you do me this favor? I said, "Sure, what is it?" "I want him to come home with me, and so he doesn't feel like he's a prisoner anymore. I get the sense that he's getting more rage built up in him because he's been only at here for a majority of his life now. About a year. And yeah, he's currently at UA, like, under, like, strict supervision. Probably should have said that. Which, Nezu then agreed to that. He doesn't want the kid to hate the place. He's actually hoping he will attend to the school one day. So yeah. So, Nezu agreed to her term. But under another condition that Ryuku will also keep a watch under him. Which Ryuku agreed to that as well. So does Miyako. So Miyako walks into the room Itsuka is still staying at. He is just relaxing on the bed right now. Looking towards Miyako. Like, hello there, Miyako. Hey there, Izuku. So, I have a question for you if you don't mind answering it. They, again, have grown pretty close. Not mother-son type close, but it's getting there. Sure. What is it? So, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if I adopted you. With Deku's eyes widen. Like, are you sure? So, rubbing the back of his neck. Don't know if I will cause you any trouble more than I already have. You basically spend every day here talking to me. Like, I'm sure, kid. So, and if anything, I've grown to actually like you a lot. So, it'd be a shame to see you go to another hero or anyone else like that. So, besides, I think you can learn a lot from me. And I from you. So, what do you say, kid? You want to be part of my family? So, Deku doesn't know what to say. So, he sighs, then saying, alright, I'll be part of your family. So, I'll be your son. And Miyako actually is happy to hear this. Like, great. I already got most of the document filled out, so you should have to sign your signature here, and then you'll be legally my son. And afterwards, you actually be going home with me, too. Yeah, alright. Which, he does sign it. After that, he's officially Izuku... Fuck, what is actually Miyako's real last name? I don't know, if anyone can put it down in the comments, I would appreciate that, but yeah. So yeah, now, after that, they go to Miyako's home. Which, yeah, he doesn't go to public school quite yet. Which, Miyako is the first one to say, well, this is home. Oh, you have a nice place. It's not a total dump as I thought it would be. Miyako just slaps him on the back of the head. Watch it. He rubs the back of it like, ow. Jesus. Okay, fine. I get it. So, where do I sleep? The couch? Or... No, you actually have your own room in the back. Go ahead and check it out if you like it. Which he does. It's not a bad sized room. He has enough space for a bed, a dresser, computer desk, shelves. You know, it's a decently sized room. Which, yeah. For the first time in a long time, he's actually happy. Starting to be happy again. Well, yeah. Miyako says, standing in the doorway, starts knocking on the door now, say, so, I do have a question if you don't mind me asking. Say, go ahead. You always ask questions anyway, so. How would you like it if I trained you how to fight properly? Wait, what? I know how to fight, like, oh, you know how to fight low-tier heroes and maybe even mid-tier villains, but in a real fight against real villains and heroes, you are sorely lacking. You have the power down, but the overall skill, you do not. So, what about it? Do you want to learn how to fight for me? Deku thinks for a moment, and in his thinking thoughts, he's thinking, well, I can't deny she's actually a pretty good fighter. Plus, she might even help me find a better fighting style for myself. And who knows, after some time, maybe I'll even tell her what really happened. Then, alright, I'll love to learn from you then. Great. Training starts tomorrow. For now, take a break. Then, alright. And he goes to bed afterwards. But that is where I'm going to stop it from here. I do have work here and some time here soon. I hope you guys enjoy this part so far. Sorry the 600 sub special doesn't seem exciting, but hey, when you have a school schedule and work schedule right now, it may not be as long. But here soon in the summer, after the next week or so, I will be recording more exciting and maybe even longer parts. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Cyber Dragon out. Peace.